Maybe that's a little better. All right. So, what we're going to be doing today is, let me see here. Okay. We'll go ahead and change this so that everybody knows. We're going to be doing the Beyond Light campaign part 3. All right. All right. So, we'll be checking this out. So let's get our hunter loaded up here. Okay. So, all right. So let's get this going here. Now, we'll open up our quests, and I believe we still have it tracked, and we left off on step 24 of 34. So we'll go ahead and launch over to the next part of this campaign, which is down here. And again, you remember, always you have to go to a landing zone. So we'll go ahead and launch that. All right, welcome everyone. Welcome everyone. Nice to see you. All right. So I do believe. Yep. So when you start getting the aspects and fragments for your stasis subclass, this is where you're going to need to come to get all those side missions.
Your every wish, tainted
We'll need to come here every single time. I do believe you can only get one at a time.
In that world, there is no future for any of us. I have witnessed this firsthand. I refuse to let it happen again. So know this as you step away from the light once more. Inside us all is the strength to control darkness. We need only look inward and remember why we're here. We are humanity's final salvation.
All right. Enhanced Splinter of Darkness. So I believe we gotta head back over, yeah. So you will be going back and forth a little bit from that lady to this pyramid here. pyramid, tower, whatever you want to call it.
Seeing you use stasis reminds me how different we are. Even if you can control the darkness for good, nothing can change the fact that I was forged in the light. And all of this, well,
Alright,
goes
and then
against
as
who
you
I
can
am.
see, but what we
I
can
am.
do is we can open up our map and see if where it's taking us, there is not. Alright, so it is on the other side of the map, but as you saw before, it doesn't always take that long. You do travel pretty quick with your Sparrow. So let's go ahead and try to get over there real quick. It should only take about a minute to cross over this entire place, which is nice. There is a lot of traveling, but again, because they do give you one of these if you get one, especially with 160 speed on it, generally you get where you need to be pretty quickly. And honestly, you might catch yourself fast traveling a lot less once you get farther into the game and you're not really doing campaigns too much, because you will be completing a lot of side missions in the process as you run from place to place, which is cool. You will unlock a lot of things doing it that way. It is also always impressive to me how big these maps are. Alright, so we're probably about halfway there. And while I'm doing the campaigns, I don't generally stop and battle with a whole lot of these guys. But if I am doing side missions, I will stop and I will fight almost everything, just to be able to get the XP for that extra light on top of your armor and guns. Because that will make you stronger all around and it will make you more resilient. Alright, just like that, we're where we need to be. Like I said, it really only takes about a minute or so to get across an entire map, which is cool. Alright, so as we get through this, I'm sure it looks familiar. We have been here a couple times throughout this campaign. And again, you will come across a lot of these chests. You do need stasis in order to unlock it. That is a basic chest. There are more important chests that you will want to get. I do believe it requires even an upgraded stasis in order to be able to unlock them. But once you get stasis, it will not take you very long to get it upgraded. The side missions are kind of cool that are required in order to get the aspects and fragments to upgrade your stasis class. So as you can see, these guys that are around here are just kind of annoying. They're kind of just in your way to get to the main part of your mission here. there we are with that. So now we have stasis again, so we will get another little preview of this. So as you can see, stasis is an incredibly overpowered subclass to have, which is why I've always suggested that you do the Beyond Light campaign first and foremost to be able to at least unlock that subclass while you do everything else. Alright, so now we have to go back to barracks. And if I'm sure you've noticed, once you get towards the end of a campaign, it does start to get a little bit repetitive. But again, I think it's mainly just because it's trying to get you used to the game and what it's all about. All right. So we'll go ahead and we'll talk to Varix now. He'll give us the next part of our quest. And again, I do believe at the end of the campaign, the last mission will grant you your stasis subclass.
Varix wished to follow her, but her anger has made her blind, and it has made Varix see. Aramis cannot save the Elixni, and we cannot save Aramis. We must help the Elixni who wish to flee Aramis. We must give them the second chance she promised. And then the way will be clear for you to end her reign.
Great rocket launcher to have. Alright, so we can go in here and start getting rid of these things that we are never going to use. Okay. So now we'll go ahead and we will head in this direction. So we have to head to Eventide Ruins, and then I believe we have to help Skiff escape. I believe that's what it said. So this should be the ruins right through here. Alright. And yep, here we are.
Is prepared. Help my allies flee this ruined place, and they will become your allies too.
Oh, we missed that one. Alright. So it looks like we need to go up here. Tamper with this. Alright, so then once we complete... So there's one over here. And then once we complete this, I do believe it will let a whole army of things out to us. Unless this is also... So we'll tamper with this one. That needs another code, and then it needs us to go back up here. I guess we get the code from the captain or something up here. So all we did was release them essentially, I guess. Yeah, saw that coming. I wasn't ready for a bunch of yellow bars. Alright, so we'll go back in that, play it a little smarter here. We'll take these guys out because they're a pain. He's almost done. Alright, so now this guy will be a little bit easier now that we've taken out pretty much everything else around him. Alright, we're almost there with this one. Alright, so now that we have our super, we'll use that on the next guy, and that should make it fairly easy. So we disengage that one. Let's head over here. A little bit of a snow squall going on. So those randomly happen, and it makes it incredibly difficult to see. That didn't really work out as planned. These invisible guys are going to be the death of me. Yep. Alright. And as you can see, this is why it's so important to try to get your light up as fast as possible. Jeez. Sniping me. almost there. Visible. Oh my god, there's a whole other. Alright, so let's try to get our health back for a second here, unless this guy snipes us. Maybe if we go up high, it'll make it a little better. Because this guy's almost done. That's the important. He's the biggest pain. Alright, so now we just got to take out the rest of these guys. And then we should have the transmitter code to shut that down. Alright, so now it wants us to head up to that direction. So this is Destiny. This is a very great, very big game. The beginning, the base of it is free. And then what I'm showing now, because I did past walkthroughs on the campaign, like the original campaign. Now what I'm doing is, this is the third part of the walkthrough for the one of the first DLCs, not the newest one. So I'm just kind of showing everybody the different, because when you buy a DLC, you essentially unlock almost an entire new game. Some DLCs are more expensive than others. I believe you can actually get this DLC, Beyond Light, in a bundle package with two other good ones, which are Shadowkeep and Witch Queen. The reason I'm showing this DLC first is because there is a subclass. Let's see if I can go over here. So right now I have the fire subclass on, the solar. That was a bad time to do that, huh? So there's different subclasses. The one I'm using right now is Solar. The other ones are Void and Arc. Each element does different damage to different enemies. It hurts some enemies more, some enemies are more prone to it. So the Stasis is a new subclass that came with the DLC, but the only way to unlock it and unlock everything for it is to get the DLC. So that's why I always said if you're going to get a DLC and invest a little bit in the game to do a little bit more and see what it's a little bit more about, this is definitely the one that would be my go-to. Jeez. The beginning, it is a little bit difficult in the beginning because you are still trying to level up and get your light up and all that fun stuff. But it is fun. The fact that it's difficult for me is what kind of is part of what makes it fun. And then you'll also learn kind of a couple different things. If you go onto my YouTube channel, I do have all my videos and walkthrough there that will explain a lot more if it's something that you wanted to check out and get into. I do play with anyone that wants to play as well. I'm all for helping people level up and get through the beginning parts of the game or whatever parts of the game to be able to experience more. I love that it's a multiplayer game and that it's cross-play on all platforms. Yeah, this game's awesome. It is super fun, and I can say I've been playing it for probably 10 years, and if I hopped onto one of my other characters, there's still a ton of stuff that I have left to do even after 10 years. It's just kind of never ending. Hold on, give me one moment here. But that, to me, that's kind of a cool part about it. I could have sworn there it is. So these things are engrams, which you'll pick up in their new pieces of armor or guns. And I always tell everyone in the beginning, don't really look too much into what the armor is. Just keep whatever gives you the highest light, because you're going to go through it so fast in the beginning. Alright. So yeah, so this is the third part of our walkthrough here. But like I said, I do have everything up on my YouTube as well. My YouTube is the same name as my Twitch account. So it looks like it wants us to travel a little back now. So we'll go ahead and do that. Yeah, man, for sure. It's a lot of fun. And like I said, if it's ever something, if you see me on and you want to join, you can just let me know. I do believe I also, on my Twitch channel, added a little widget type thing that does allow people to kind of log into a queue, so that way I will get notified that there's people that want to play and stuff like that, and we can all party up at each other on Xbox, PC, Activision, whatever you're on that will allow us to play together.
They deserve safety.
If it's something you want to do on your own, just talk about, also perfectly cool.
But more remain.
I'm just here trying to have good vibes, have fun, help out anybody who wants it.
Unworthy of my empire.
Aramis, it was never meant to be an empire. It was meant to be home.
Home. Our home was taken from us by your once great machine. There is no home.
And this
for
game
us
never
while
gets
it
old for
still
me.
lives.
Because also the pretty cool part is, once you build, you get one of three characters. You have a hunter, a warlock, and a titan. The one that I'm on right now is a hunter. They all have different jump patterns, different glides, different grenades. Everything is entirely different. To each one of these subclasses is different for each one. The fragments are different, the aspects, the grenades, the throwables. Even for each subclass within each character, everything is different. So there is a ton of things to constantly do and constantly check out. And for each character, everything's different again. So it is really cool when you start getting farther into the game and you're doing raids and strikes and stuff like that, and you have a full team or you're playing with your friends. You guys can kind of discuss the loadouts you want to run. That way everybody can make sure that your team has the most strengths as possible within it. The other cool part is how different all the guns are in this game. I mean, you will come across a lot of guns that are the same, but even within the guns being the same, they're they still drop with different perks and attachments and stuff to them constantly. So, I mean, all in all, it's impressive how many different things they managed to get into this game. But they do a good job, to say the least. Even every DLC is extremely different. The storyline's extremely different. And they kind of make it like a movie when you go to watch it. That's why during these walkthroughs I let the cutscenes play. Because they are pretty cool. They are all different. And you can kind of see where the storyline is going to take you. Now, normally I'd use my golden gun on this guy, but I don't have. Yep. I didn't realize he was standing right next to me. Yeah, so. Now, mind you, this is just to get to the big guy at the end. They really want you to earn your last battle to get to this subclass.
One day you'll understand. When your city falls and your people die. When your traveler abandons you.
Alright. So here we are back in this room again. With a ton of things that we're gonna need to be fighting. So, as you get your level up, and or if you're playing with other people, obviously feel free to rush in and do your thing. But when you're doing this by yourself and your light isn't really that high yet, you're gonna want to go ahead and take your time a little bit. Right now, it doesn't really matter too much, just because there are still respawns. So until it says respawn is restricted, you can realistically die as many times as you want. It really doesn't matter. I don't want to use my golden gun on that guy because I can't remember if... I think there's a lot more that's going to be happening here. Alright, let's see what we got here. We're still supercharged.
About barracks, about Elixni. Barracks came to Europa for a second chance. For the right thing. That is strength.
Alright, so now we have a new objective. We need to hunt down Aramis. And that, I believe, is how we get stasis, everybody.
Releasing
So it looks like our part 3 is slowly coming to an end here. We're not there just yet, but we're getting there. We shouldn't have too much left to go.
Silence! I've had enough of you, Barrett.
So now we just
I will
gotta take
enjoy
this big
watching
guy
your skull
out.
shatter into pieces.
And there she is.
Aramis.
Alright, so I think this is...
Welcome back. It's time to...
So you gotta watch out for those, because those will blow up. You don't only fight her. You have to fight everything else in here too. Just gotta keep an eye on where she's at.
Darkness was not meant for you! You do not understand this power! I will destroy you, your once great machine, and everyone you care for!
Now, as you can see, her health bar is on the bottom. I hit her with the golden gun, 2 rockets, grenade. And now she's gonna want to take us into her own territory here.
Your chains are showing. All that power, wasted serving false gods. Ha! Allow me to help you break free.
Ghost. This is... I can't. I'm sorry.
Ha! Look what I've done for you. No more light. No more dark.
Look within. Focus your power.
How interesting.
And here we go.
The
Wasn't
only
ready
thing
for
we
that.
have to break here is you.
Is
Come
you.
then, Pawn. Show me what freedom has given you.
Oh, I will. We're gonna show you right now. Alright, here we go. Get ready for battle.
Come to me, Pawn. However you do this, does not matter. I will still tear you apart. This power was meant for me and the elixir, not the stone.
Alright.
It It will not end this way. It can't. What?
So we froze her, and that is a good sight on what you can turn your stasis subclass into. So now we have to talk to the Exo Stranger and Beyond, which is where I told you a lot is going to happen there. You're going to consistently go back there. But again, you can fast travel most of the time to all these places. So as you can see, it'll always give you the option.
You see now. Darkness
Yo,
resides
what's going
within,
on, Dylan?
beckoning you, as it
You're gonna have
has
to go
many
back and
others
watch this, man.
across lifetimes.
You just missed a sweet
Timelines.
stasis showdown,
Beyond
dude.
ours lies another world, one pervaded by darkness, where guardians abandoned their light at the call of temptation. In that world, you were no exception.
There's Kyle.
Here,
What's up,
this
my
world,
guy?
light and dark swell within you, side by side, giving you strength. Remember that when you step onto the ziggurat
Good to see you,
once more.
boys.
You're there for one reason
Good
and
to
one
see you.
alone. To fully
We're just getting
harness the
crazy
darkness
out here,
within
dude.
you.
We're just freezing people to death,
It's time
throwing
now. They're
blizzards at
expecting
people's
you.
heads. It's fantastic. I'm upset you guys missed it. But I think there's another part. So, over to Ziggurat. Hop on our Sparrow, shoot over there real quick. Ah, that's what I like to see, dude. What'd you think? Was that sweet or what, dude? That was kind of intense for me. Because I had to make sure she wasn't going to move. She would have taken me out. She's too strong. Now embrace the power. Alright, and into the darkness. We're getting heavy. We can't jump anymore. We're slowing down. There it is. Subclass progress. So now we gotta get out here. Back to the Exo Stranger. Yeah, Kai, dude, let me know what you thought of that Stasis showdown.
You have taken control of the darkness within and
There
sent
it is.
Aramis to her end.
Control
It's
of the
time the truth
darkness.
presented itself to you. I mentioned before another timeline. My own. There Aramis lived, and the temptation of darkness thrived. It pervaded the minds of the good and preyed on their desires, bringing about a new dark age. I feared these events unavoidable, and though I still do, you've given me cause to hope again. Our fight is far from over. We must prevent that dark future, no matter what. Thanks to you, I stand no longer at a familiar end, only a promising new beginning.
Alright, so we now have the Stasis subclass. Speak with Commander Zavala. R.I.P. by the way. So upsetting to see that that's a new thing. I'm very curious where they're gonna take it from here on out. Definitely an upsetting thing to hear. He's been the voice of reason for over a decade now. It's crazy. Now he's gone. The man is no longer. But we will go pay our respects as we go over to him for this mission. I was peeking back and forth because I was working. Yeah, dude, it was wild, bro. Sorry, I just saw that in chat. I wish Dylan saw it, dude. I feel like Dylan would have went nuts. Alright, so let's check out our postmaster, because obviously we forgot a few things on our journeys there. We forgot quite a few things on our journeys, huh? I don't even know that we need any of this, though. Let's see, we can get rid of the shotgun. Get rid of this pulse rifle. Uh, 1722. We'll never use that. Alright, we'll get rid of that one. And we'll get rid of that. And then we will grab this one.
Whenever you need me again, Guardian.
Alright, so we don't need to see him for anything, so now we're over to Commander Zavala. See if there's anything we need to know. Sir?
The time has come for new clarity.
We will see you again. All the respect to you. The time you put in.
I know Ikora has things under control, but to remind her,
Cade will take care of you from here on out. Thank you for your service.
Aramis is gone. I can't say I agree with your methods, but you did what had to be done. Europa.
All right,
is a
Dylan.
treasure
Are you
trove
gonna
of
be
golden That night,
coming by
good and
later
bad
at
belongs
Casa
to
or what?
humanity, and must
Are you
remain
stopping
out of
by,
the
or are
hands
you
of our
not
enemies.
coming in?
With their Kell gone, the fallen will be scattered and disorganized. Frequent targeted strikes will keep them that way. I've made an arrangement with the Awoken. Temporary immunity for Barracks while he helps us secure Europa. It doesn't sit right with me after what happened to Cade. But there are greater threats on our doorstep now.
Alright, you'll always want to check up here for everybody that you talk to in the tower. You will have an upgrade rank for every single person. You can always collect them. They will give you random things all the time. A bow is a great weapon to have. A bow. You gotta love the bows, but the auto rifle's nice. Let's see. Alright. Well, that should do us for our third segment. That was a complete walkthrough of our Beyond Light DLC journey. Again, if there's more you'd like to see,
So much has changed.
I will be making parts on
When I
building
became
that
commander,
subclass
the
to
world
be able to
was
do
like
what
this.
you saw and what you're capable of doing at the end of that campaign. So if there's other things that you'd like to see in between that or during that you'd like me to talk about, just shout it out in the chat. Or you can always reach me on my TikTok, same username, YouTube, same username. All my
Tell me you
past
have
broadcasts are on my YouTube and posted and labeled for what they are so that you are able to watch them in order if it's something you wanted to do and check out. But
I
thank
know
you again
Ikora
for
has
coming
things
by.
under control,
Thanks for checking us
but
out,
remind
and we will
her
see you next time.
I'm here.
Enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll see you later.